Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And Steve, we're not seeing as many back-to-back games as we used to. That's been a point of emphasis in the scheduling in recent years.
It takes time to bounce back after every game, and credit the NBA for cutting down on these back-to-backs. Fewer of them means healthier players and fresher legs.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got Lauri Markkanen. Walker Kessler is out there with Washington. And it's Alvarez in at the one. Passes to Abaji. Jazz passing it around. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Smitty, always room for improvement, but one thing Utah does do well is rebound.
Kevin, you're so right. These guys attack the glass. They use their size to beat others to the loose balls. And doing that well sets you up for success elsewhere.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Alvarez passes to Kessler.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Prime time, and the shot goes down.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw tonight. Here's Alvarez. We saw him with 39 points last game out. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. A huge slam. Perfect end of the fast break.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Outside, Markkanen. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's Abaji. Coming off a stellar performance against Washington. There's the lob to the hoop.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Most teams now are looking to play with pace. No better way to ignite the break than off a turnover.
Alvarez passes to Markkanen. Now Kessler. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game, and it's in there.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Going inside.
Heavy dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Launches it. Alvarez's shot is good. Alvarez has got 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Down low. Fades and shoots. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
This team is rolling right now. Still haven't missed a shot.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. A 3-ball. Brooklyn with the rebound. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And the focus was to get stops all game. They were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejection.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
And the Jazz making a change here. Sexton's checked in. Here's Alvarez. 6 points for him. That one falls. 8 points for him.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
For the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
trail by 7. You know, Greg, one place you really see Walker Kessler making his presence felt is on the defensive end.
And, boy, he has got a nose for blocks, doesn't he? I mean, able to detect shots forming and get a hand on the ball. It is such a gift that allows this guy to make such a big difference on that side of the ball.
And Sexton has it in the corner. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Drills it from outside.
From distance, Markkanen with the picture-perfect mechanics and the height to almost always get a clean look.
Shea outside. Oh, and he jams it right over Lauri Markkanen. Wow.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Stolen by Washington.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Sexton the pass to Kessler. And the call will be against primetime. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just...
At the year-over-year scoring trend for Colin Sexton.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Kessler passes to Alvarez. Good on the triple. Alvarez has got 11 points.
Over the taller defender, this is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
And let's give him some credit. He read the situation well. He created some space, and he delivered.
Pass to primetime. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from 14. This one for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
The defender was pretty much helpless right there. This man had a clear height advantage, and he got the exact kind of shot he wanted.
They get a hand on it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Alvarez passes to Hendricks. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Left side, Sexton. Pass to Alvarez. 11 feet away. Another shot. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shoots from the high post. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Here's Alvarez, and Utah another 3.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket?
The previous play is under review.
Naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, and so it's Brooklyn going into the break with a 10-point lead. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. D'Anthony Melton out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's Williams. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Hendricks in at the power forward. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Jazz trail by 10. Hendricks passes to Melton. Here's Hendricks. Back to Melton. Feeds it to Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
When Sexton gets in close, you know he's going for the dunk.
Steve, when you analyze Colin Sexton's game, what do you think his strengths are?
Well, Kevin, certainly it's his scoring, but he's also dependable at helping run the offense, too. He's what you call an effective combo guard.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused, and they've executed.
Here's Hendricks. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Hendricks has got his first bucket of the night. Brooklyn leading by 9. Shoots from the baseline. Markkanen pulls it in.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Utah calls timeout. Coaches say, GA, the league has a problem when it's punishing the retaliators and not the instigators. Do they have a point?
Kevin, I think so. But for any scuffle, it's worth asking who started it. And that's what we do in life normally, right?
The Jazz making a switch here. Abaji's checked in. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. The pass to Sexton. Shot clock at 6. That one misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Washington's checked in for Williams. Here's the general. This game was on score 13.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And so Sexton will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 11. Last time they met was in Utah.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
A really embarrassing loss indeed, and one that they will hopefully learn from. Got to keep your hands to yourself sometimes, or it could cost you the game.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, defense wins championships, but offense is winning over the league, with efficiency reaching new heights year by year. Now, different explanations exist, but one thing is clear. In an era of floor spacing, there are elite players, a lot of them, who are having a field day exploiting all that room to operate. Kevin?
Boy, they sure are, David. Well put. Thank you. He kicks to Markkanen. Buries it from three-point range. Markkanen's got his second bucket tonight.
Quality pass by Sexton, taking full advantage of that opening.
In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
To the inside, Hendricks, and it goes down 2 points.
Good pass from Colin Sexton. I like when he looks to set up his teammates.
Pass to Primetime from the arc. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Outside, Sexton. Pass to Washington. Back to Sexton. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Spins. Pass to Primetime. From down low. Clock at 4. Drains it from beyond the arc. 22 points for him.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Sexton with the bounce pass. To the paint. It's deflected. Second shot opportunity. Here's Primetime. He's coming off a 25-point game against Dallas. Shea outside. Over to the left wing. Shot from free throw range. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Jazz trail by 14. Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And let's review some numbers for Shea. Putting up about 22 points per, 6 assists and 6 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
Plays it up and banks it in. Shea's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make. They are executing.
One-on-one fast break. Stolen away. Here's Hendricks. 23 points for him the last game against Washington.
And he did great work on the defensive end, too, with 3 steals on the night.
Really left alone that time. Alvarez has got 17 now.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please, that's terrible.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half, and the 3 ball is good.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
There's a screen by Washington. Beyond the arc. It's Shea with a rebound. Brooklyn leading by 16. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the half. That one goes. Count it. He has 29.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Alvarez's shot is good.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Shea passes to the General, and it's good for 2. The General's got 4 points this quarter.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
And so it's Brooklyn out in front by 17 points at the end.
No surprise he comes out with this award.
And incredibly talented, the former #1 overall pick. And as for our matchup, what a tremendous first half it was for Brooklyn.
Well, you look at their gameplay.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Jazz trail by 17. Here's Alvarez. Ball's knocked loose. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Look at Utah. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up.
Right now for the Jazz, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
And for the Jazz, Washington out there with Walker Kessler. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Alvarez in at the point guard position. And for Brooklyn. And stolen by Shea.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
So it's the Jazz now. Alvarez passes to Abaji. Kicks it to Markkanen. Washington sets the pick for Markkanen. And then Washington with the dunk.
Boy, what an advantage that is when your 7-footer can initiate, then hit the roller in stride.
And he comes up with the deuce. 33 points for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
Utah calls timeout.
And here's a look at numbers for prime time. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. Markkanen passes to Alvarez. Six to shoot for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. Fades back. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And that's an old school move right there. A good one, too, the fadeaway.
And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. To the left wing. Lets it go with a 3. Alvarez's shot is good. Alvarez has got 23 points.
His team hasn't picked up the slack, but he's doing everything he can do to win this game for them.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. A double clutch. He lays it in.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Fires for 3, and Utah another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Bucket is good.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
For Brooklyn, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Hey, Smitty, in the playoffs, it's rare for an 8th or a 7th seed to make it out of the first round. But what about a 5-game series for just those kinds of matches? You know, 1 against 8 and 2 against 7.
You know, it wouldn't be bad, Kevin. We had those type of series when I first came into the league, but I don't think they would change since we have the play-in tournament. I think rounds 1, 2, the conference finals, and the NBA finals will stay settled.
Hits it from 3-point range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Shea outside. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Utah has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Alvarez passes to Washington. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Jazz have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. Sexton, he's checked in for Utah. He hits both from the stripe. Brooklyn leading by 22. Kicks it out to Che. The pass to the general. Back to Che. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
For me, consistent penetration the entire game, and that's given them a lot of options.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Taking a glance at Lauri Markkanen, Steve, a big man who possesses a lethal touch from way outside.
Kevin, this is what makes him a perfect stretch four, as well as an all-star caliber talent now. And you get the sense he still has room to grow.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
And there's the try. Chalk up 2 there.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
For Brooklyn, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Knocks it loose. Right side, Sexton. Misses it to Alvarez. Misses the 3.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, one of the toughest things NBA referees are asked to judge are carrying violations, where the ball comes to rest at mid-dribble. Now, Warriors coach Steve Kerr says they've been doing it ever since Allen Iverson convinced the referees that it wasn't a carry. It is a carry, but the whole league's been doing it. Kevin?
Yeah, you're right. We've seen it. David, thanks. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Sexton. Again, the Jazz score.
When you've got handles like that, why not show them off? Love it, Colin Sexton.
Prime time, the pass to the general. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Alvarez passes to Markkanen. Kessler finds Washington. Goes up on the wing. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Washington's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He has to show real leadership out there and take this game into his own hands because he's shooting the ball well.
The leader. Pass to Che. Shot clock at 5. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. They set the screen. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Nifty move. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the Jazz making a change here. And so he hits both. 11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Here's Alvarez. The 3. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to...
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Washington, and it's Sexton in at the 2-guard spot.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
Alvarez passes to Hendricks with his first shot attempt, and there's another one for the Jazz.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Inside, and stolen by Sexton. Here's Alvarez. Good, another from 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in. Good on the bucket, and Brooklyn leads by 14.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Tipped away. At the elbow, it's Che. To the middle. Pass to Primetime.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Abaji, the pass to Alvarez. And the Jazz, another 3.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job.
Out of bounds. The ball goes to Brooklyn.
And Utah making a change here.
Walker Kessler. D'Anthony Melton.
Fades away. Here's the general, and he jams it with authority.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Maybe it is showtime. Melton feeling it out a bit, and the pass to Washington. It's deflected.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Stolen by Kessler. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Here's Abaji. And there's another one for the Jazz.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Brooklyn leading by 13. Puts one up. Connects again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Kessler passes to Abaji. Misses from close range.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Passes it to the general. Now here's Melton. He's covered closely to the inside. Here's Kessler. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The Jazz making a switch here. And Kessler, no good on that one. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Here's Che. Pass to the general. Stolen by Markkanen. Pass to Alvarez. Connects again from distance.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for 2nd for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. And the first one goes.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Good on both.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
And the Jazz call time here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during that timeout, the coach of the Jazz talked to his team. Well, coach is frustrated with his guys. He let them know that the
and again for three.
There it is, a shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. They retain possession. The General, good.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Here's Alvarez. There's the triple. Prime time grabs the board. Brooklyn leading by 11. Here's Jay. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
At the line for three.
And he's good on the first of 3. He hits the second from the line. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that brings them to within 10. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And good! There's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Alvarez. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their #1 option right now.
So it's the Jazz now. They trail by 14. All right, the NBA already has a team in Canada, a G League team in Mexico. Could we see a team in Europe, you think, Steve?
Kevin, we've had games in Paris, London recently. It'd be really hard travel-wise on these guys, flying all the way over to Europe.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Brooklyn.
They simply ran them off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46.
A 2-game season series, they win them both and complete the sweep.
Outside, Markkanen. The pass to Alvarez. 24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Free throw line jump shot. And got it! Another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Passes it to prime time. Puts up a deep 3. No good there. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they